Hey, Soul Fam. I don't want to make a video right now. I don't. I keep being told I'm supposed to make a video right now, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm just really raw. I'm really raw, you guys. I'm not necessarily in the best place right now. But I feel like that's important. It's important to see that. I keep stumbling. I keep stumbling on my words. It's hard, man. It's just hard. And I want to just show that, man. I just want to show that. Sometimes healing ain't easy, man. Sometimes it just ain't easy. But everything happens for a reason. And there's good that I can share from this. And I want to get to that, but I gotta get through the negative stuff first, man. And that's I think that's the truth for all of us, man. We got to get through the negative stuff first. Sometimes the negative stuff is just what's the fear of having to go through it or feel those feelings again is what prevents us from moving forward. And so I'm really seeing that the situation that happened today is to help me bring up these feelings, get in touch with them so I can release them. I don't want to go into too many details. I would say my previous romantic relationship, it is just was just really abusive. And this is just my opinion, very emotionally abusive. Um, I could talk so long about it, but I don't want to. It doesn't make any it doesn't matter. It's where I'm coming from, you guys. I think we're all coming from something similar. I honestly do. Whether it's family, romance, something, all of it, jobs, anything. And so that part doesn't matter as much to me. Um, I just want to show too that it's just I'm moving forward. Honestly, I don't want to make this video. I don't want to do it. If I'm going to be real, I usually don't do several takes. I've already tried several times, and it's just like I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Um, and it's like I was just saying, it's to help me get in touch with those emotions so I can release them and choose differently now and see things differently now. And in order to do that, though, I can't keep that traumatized part of me bottled up, and so it has to come out some way. And man, I've been riding the high vibes recently, even with the living situation that I'm in right now. I won't go into too many details. I start to get so fucking detail oriented, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll try to really keep it just bare minimum here. Um, but I'm in a living situation. And just bare minimum is that I'm living with somebody who is an issue. Like, and I don't blame this individual. Is the cleanest thing for me to say. But the patterns that I see with my ex are just like almost identical. Almost identical. That's what just has been such a big slap in the face. And I've talked about it a little bit on my channel before, but I really feel like the patterns of narcissistic abuse, I mean, as soon as you start recognizing those and becoming more aware of it, like, wow, man. Because originally when I met this roommate, love bombed, man, absolutely love bombed. And I can see it now, and I felt like something was a little bit weird, but it was just like I took a step back and everything. But over time, it's become more and more apparent. And as I set better boundaries for myself, the situation got more and more toxic. Um, and so, one of the things, I don't know if I should go into details or not. That's the issue. Is that I want I like the biggest thing is that something ended up happening, and one of the things which traumatizes me the most is or has traumatized me the most is people who lie, believe, or this is what's so hard. It's either they believe their lies or they just there's no such thing as truth. Like, and I'm getting to a point where I almost want to just start recording whenever this other individual's around, and I might end up doing that. Just make more space on my phone and everything, just because of the intensity of that level of, I would say, like narcissistic delusion, where asking a question is like a legitimate question too. Nicely, not aggressively, but just asking a question is an act of aggression or harassment. And then police are threatened to be called from one question. From one question. Want to know what that question is? Have you seen my keys? Like, wow, wow. And then they don't answer. They answer with, "You're harassing me." Like that makes me more nervous. Like this is why I brought this up too. Is that this reminds me of my ex, man. This totally reminds me of my ex, and I'm sorry. I'm just trying to breathe. It's intense, guys. It's intense, and I'm moving forward. I'm moving forward. Um, the lack of safety that one feels in a narcissistic relationship is profound. It's profound because the destabilization is so great that it makes one question oneself. Um, People have called it the narcissistic fog. Um, and I know there's terms for it. Like all the terms are just kind of going out in my head right now. You can tell I'm in the thick of it, you guys. Um, but just to kind of further outline it so I can move on, just like the basic situation is it's come to a head where I believe this apparently narcissistic person that I'm living with, um, making threats, like straight up making threats, threatening to call the cops and saying that asking questions is harassment. And I have very good reason to believe they have that my room key, and so that means they can get into my room anytime. Um, and this is why I said this before. This just reminds me of my ex, man, where there is no sacred space. All of my stuff can be broken. Um, my sleep can be interrupted at any time. It is a torture that is worse than anything that I can begin to say. And if you've been through it, you know, man, you know then. And I'm so sorry. We're getting through it, okay? We're getting through it. Um, and so with just moving through, just feeling this was intense. Was so intense. Um, and I took some time. Um, I don't want to say everything. Like thoughts cross my mind where one of the things that I don't like to involve cops, man. I just don't. Like my premise is when you get third parties involved, it usually doesn't end well for anybody. Uh, and in a lot of cases, the times where cops have been called against me, it's usually the other person who, like, they called the cops on themselves. Is kind of the situation. And so I'm not about that, man. I mean, moving on from that. And so there's just several things to cross my mind, man. Just several things to cross in my mind. I don't want to retaliate. I don't want to come from a negative place and retaliate against this person. But at the same time, like, I had to get away from my ex. When you have an individual who is delusional and makes horrid accusations and will lie to the cops, will lie to other individuals for their own sake, it makes it a very dangerous potential situation. And at the same time, that's why I claim my power, man. And I'm in the high vibe state, man. I know it maybe doesn't look like it right now, but it's just like I am. I really am. I'm processing this. I'm in a good space. I'm in a good space. So whatever happens from this, it doesn't matter, man. But the biggest thing, the reason I got so triggered was that I didn't feel safe in my house. I didn't feel safe even in my room. The whole situation, the whole reason I was able to feel safe was because I had my own room. And now there's this person, full-blown narcissist, man, throwing out delusions, basically admitting that she has my keys. Um, We're gonna move. I just heard something, so. I'm sorry, you guys. It's an intense situation. I think I'm just gonna record in my room. Yeah, we're fine. Oh man, we're fine. Maybe I'll sit in here. Oh gosh, you guys. I'm sorry for that. I could probably just start again. I'm not going to. But it's just, if you've been with a narcissist, you know what it's like, man. And I'm getting ahead. Like I just said, I was high vibes, right? It shouldn't matter. But it's just intense. And better things. That's why I also wanted to show this as well. I don't know what's a better shot, man. I want to get it for a good, where it's comfortable for myself. Yeah, sorry for getting distracted and moving. The individual in question is gone. They're not here at the house right now. And it's perfect, man. That's perfect. But anyway, so after this interaction that I had with them, they're whistling, so happy, playing loud music. They know they got me, man. They know they got me. It's so funny. Like that's how you know. That's how you know with these individuals, man. When they get under your skin and then their eyes light up, it's just like, oh wow. And I think recognizing that helps me stay high vibes too, where it's just like, yeah, these are people you don't want to be around. These are people that you don't have to trust. These are people that you don't have to have in your life at all, ever. And so that was really the issue, was that I didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe in my room anymore. And so just all of the trauma, all of the stuff that I'd already went through just got brought back up. I've established myself here, man. I have items again. I have clothing. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I've been able to get over the years, man. And I guess over a year, over two years now almost. And it's been good. It's like establishing myself again, you know? Sorry, I just still kind of intense, man. It's still intense. And so all of that was challenged. All of that was instantly challenged when, so there's this narcissist willing to lie to anybody, to themselves, which is the most dangerous. Like out of everything, someone who's willing to lie to themselves is probably the most dangerous individual that you will ever confront, because there's no such thing as truth. Truth is whatever I say it is. And they thrive on that, man. And they thrive on that chaos. They thrive on the fog. And they thrive on people's fear and confusion in that state. And so recognizing that, I keep saying that too. It's for me, you guys. It's for all of us. Just the more you recognize it, you can be like, okay, I'm high vibe, man. I'm high vibe. I got this. Spirit's got me. God's got me. We got this together. And so it just triggered all of those things and I was going to be like, okay, well, because before, and it just, I'll get into that in a second, but it's just like, okay, I'm going to stay in my room for the next few days. You know, I'll start preparing stuff. I got enough food, keep watch of everything. Record if I have to. I don't know if I said that already, but just if I got to record just for my own safety. And, yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that, man. I feel actually pretty powerful and good about that. One of the things that narcissists hate is being recorded, or they love it. It depends on the situation. But when they're being aggressive or manipulative, they don't like to be recorded. My ex, whenever I threatened to record, she would flip out, man. She would flip out, and I'm the opposite, man. I'm like, if I don't want you recording me, but I'm legit. You know, if I'm going to say something like that, if you're nice and everything, I'll be like, you can record me. And regardless, like unless you're physically like getting in my face, like violating my personal space, unless you're doing that, I'm not going to hit your camera. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to ignore you. Okay. if you're recording me without my permission. Regardless, okay, moving on, neither here nor there. Moving back to the situation, I just got so, it was just like all the trauma just got triggered back, where it's just like, oh yeah, I know this feeling. I'm very familiar with this feeling. I'm not safe. And that's why I know it seems like a little cyclical. I'm getting out of it, you guys. I'm getting out of it. And I got the power. I got myself. I got God. I can record. I have defensive measures in place. But even more than that, let me get into the meat, the bones of it. I didn't know what to do. And so I sat with it. I just sat with it for a while. I know I didn't want to be in the same energy that I was with my ex, because it just was it was just a negative situation. And so especially in leaving everything, it was very negative. And ultimately, just leaving's good though. Like, it doesn't matter how negative the leaving was, because I left. I mean, it was great after that. And I've never looked back for that, guys. Like as much as I say about stuff, and I can even smile and feel so good about that, I'm not back in that, you guys, and I never have to be. And that's why I started feeling so negative too. It's just like my living situation. It's that again. And it's not. It's really not. This is a totally different circumstance. This is a very different circumstance, and I'm seeing that now. Took a step back, took many breaths, and this person, playing loud music, whistling, singing, so happy. I told him he was harassing me. I'm going to call the cops, and then he ran to his room. It's so obvious, man. It's so freaking obvious now. But anyway. I'd say this stuff to laugh. We gotta laugh, guys. We gotta laugh at this, man, because they're not secret, they're not covert, even if they pretend to be covert narcissists. When you have the eyes to see, when you have the ears to hear, when you've been through it and you already know it, trust yourself, man. And then part of the healing journey is this too. If you've been in a narcissistic relationship, whether it's parents, anybody, romantic relationships, friendships, it doesn't matter. When you've been in that and you got really traumatized, you didn't really know what the situation was, there's a good chance after you walk away from that relationship that there will be another individual that will resemble similar patterns. And that is not a bad thing. It is part of the healing process. And I really see that with me. I really see that. And that's why I'm being told to record right now, is to really give this and to show this too. Because as intense as the emotions have been and everything, I'm in a different place. I'm in a very different place. And I have a very much more solid, focused connection, man. Got the I don't know what to say, man. The fire of God, man. I don't know what to say. Anyway, neither here nor there. So I took many deep breaths. And I was like, all right, let's just look at the situation as it is. And I was going through checklists and everything. I'm like, all right, I don't want to stay in this house. I can't. And part of the situation, which makes it even worse, is that the landlord who should be taking care of all of this is on vacation. And they're not going to be back in time. They're not going to be back for a while. And so it is what it is. Everything's good and everything's paid and everything. And I've talked to him, things are legit on that level. And that's what I feel good about. And I really feel good about that. With that said, I'm just going through stuff. I'm like, all right, I got to pack up, I'll be here until the end of the month, and I'll deal with stuff. I'll record if I have to, but just, and then I'll pack up, and then I don't know if you've been watching some of my vids, I'm a walker. I used to have a bike. I don't have a bike anymore, but I'm a walker and I use public transportation. And carrying all my stuff, yeah, good luck, man. Good luck. I would not be able to do it. At this point, I would not be able to do it. When I first moved in, I was able to do it. I made several trips. I had a storage unit at the time, and I carried all the important stuff up here. And I don't know if you know, if you've been on some of the night walks I've gone on. I've only recorded one of them. I actually recorded more than one, but I've only posted one. The other one I deleted because it was, oh god, it was such a bad video, man. Anyway, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from that video. Anyway, moving on. I realized I was in a different place, packing up my stuff, and I'm like, okay, I have a lot of stuff to carry, but I'm also in a different position now. And I'm thinking, I can, I don't know, call Tab, Uber, transfer some of my stuff, get to storage unit, pay, get my stuff there. And I'm also thinking 20 steps ahead, man. My mind races when shit like this happens, man. And I also want to exemplify that as well, where when we're in that place, our mind races, man. And it's okay, let it race. I don't think putting a stop to it's really, you can't really do that. Maybe take a deep breath, try to take a step back is the best thing you can do. But it's just like let your mind race, but don't attach to it. Is the biggest thing. And then I remembered, just like I have a really good friend. There's a friend that I met through work, and we just bonded so well, man. I know that they're trustworthy. They've been through a narcissistic relationship as well, and actually coming out on the other end of that too. So it's just like we are just comrades in arms for that. And I hadn't talked with them for a while. I remember they had a car. And I was like, oh, great, man. That's fantastic. I hadn't talked with them in a few months just because we've just been busy, man. That's just how life is. And I felt a little guilty. I'm just like, oh, I'm just texting just to see if I can have a ride. But I'm just like, you know what? I really need it. And I would help out this person in a heartbeat, if they asked me. And I was going to be like, hey, I know it's maybe an issue, but I'll offer you money, whatever you need. When I reached out to them, the first thing they said was just like, no way, I was thinking about you. I've been thinking about texting you all week. How's it going? How's everything going? I was like, oh yeah. It's been pretty crazy. I don't know what to say, man. Things have been pretty crazy. Parts really, really good, but just at the moment, I'm thinking I'm done with my place. And so I'm going to move out. And I didn't ask anything. And then they say, no, I didn't ask, no offer, no, like I didn't ask or pry or anything like that. Not for a ride, not for anything. And then what they come up with next, just couldn't believe it, you guys. This is what I mean by just like the spirit working in mysterious ways. They're like, no way, man, no way. So guess what? I'm getting a new place in a month. It's pretty big. It might be a little tight, but I would love it if you moved in. I got to check some stuff and everything first, but just, I'd be great. That'd be great. And we can grab your stuff and you can just move right in. And I probably cried a little bit. I don't want to cry. I don't want to. I don't want to get into it right now, man. I don't want to get into it. But just like the gratitude of just seeing just another human being, the spirit just working in mysterious ways. Because I've been wanting to get out of this place, even though I've been safe in my room, even though the situation, it's still living with a narcissist, you guys. It's something that I don't want to do. And I was already planning on getting out and everything, but I was going to extend it. It was going to be more than just the end of this month. It was going to be much longer, probably another month or 2 months was my original plan. And just with this event, it just expedited everything is kind of what it is, but in the best possible way. Originally, I had no idea how things were going to turn out. It was more like, I guess I'll go back to the shelter, get a storage unit and everything. And now it's just so different. It's so different. Now I got a plan. God's taking care of me. My friend's taking care of me. And I want to pay it forward too. I want to take care of you all too. I want to take care of myself, But I mean, but just show, like, take care of you guys is in, because right now it's just my example, just my words, my vibes, showing stuff. If you're starting to go through stuff, don't doubt the path, man. That's what I mean. Like I got triggered hardcore. Did I doubt the path? No, like maybe for a split second, but not really. It was just kind of like, oh God, I don't want to go back to the way that it was. I don't want to go back to the way that it was. And when I really started to breathe, and I'm just like, okay, it's not the way that it was, and I'm not going back to that either. Even if it's similar circumstances, even if I have to go back to living in shelters or whatever the situation is, it's not like it was, and I'm in a much better position than I was before. And so I just kind of and letting it go, and then following my guidance and everything. The best possible situation's happening now. The best possible situation. And so that's what I wanted really. That's why I made this video. Is that it's okay. If you're following the path, you're feeling high vibes and everything, and especially if you've been asking for stuff like I have, I wanted to get out of this place. And I'll come back to that. I think I mentioned it before, but like the landlord helped me out. He's a good guy. He's a very good guy. It's not a knock against him. He went on vacation, and the situation is what it is. With that said, I'm ready to move out. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I don't want to deal with that anymore. And that situation is going to be so messy. I don't know what the landlord's going to do with this individual. Because the last... I don't want to get into it, but there was another narcissist who moved in here. And then they stayed. Like, the landlord even kicked them out. And then they ended up just kind of like squatting for a little while. And so I don't know what the situation is with this one. Because because these people are delusional, man. These are delusional people. Like, and that's also why if you're ever renting to people, be very careful, man. You might get renters like me who are just Boy Scouts, man. Fucking super Boy Scouts. Paying on time, maybe paying ahead, helping out, volunteering even to do yard work or other stuff. And you might get people who are narcissists who just attempt to take advantage of every situation they can. To the detriment of everyone around them. And that's the key factor. You can always take advantage of situations and everything. In fact, I would say it's encouraged, right? But if it's at the detriment of other people, that's a capacity issue, if you ask me. Anyway, I'm getting off subject there. I love you guys. I love you guys. I'm glad I made this video. It's pretty rough at first. If I could edit out some of the earlier stuff, I would, because, man, you could see me, man. I'm in the thick of it, you guys, and I feel good. But talking about it's good, too. I'm in a different position than I was. And I got God, I got spirits with me. I'm already surrendered. Things are so good. And I got defensive measures with me. So, peace out, love within. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.